Aira is an informational tool. So Aira is a pair of smart glasses. We have very high-tech sensors in them, a high-definition camera. And with that device, paired with our AT&T hotspot, AT&T is our big partner, and your app on your phone.
You push a button on the phone and you connect within
less than 10 seconds.
Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. Patrick Lane, the agent analyst for Aira, the virtual interpreter for the blind, and his father, Pete Lane, a user of the Aira product and co-host of Blind Abilities, were interviewed on a local radio station in Jacksonville, Florida, 89.9. They were both live in Studio 5, talking about Aira and having instant access to information and the possibilities that it can do for the blindness world. They also talked to the executive director of the Blinded Veterans Association, which is meeting in Jacksonville, Florida. So Jacksonville, Florida right now is a hot spot. So let's join Patrick and Pete live in Studio 5.
Good Thursday morning and live from Studio 5. This is First Coast Connect on 89.9. Thanks for listening. I'm Melissa Ross, and we are always live at 9. Also, never miss a show. Download the WJCT app. Listen to us there anytime or on iTunes. We're also streaming live right now on our First Coast Connect Facebook page. And just ahead, keeping kids safe in Florida, as we speak with the new area director of the Department of Children and Families, Patricia Medlock. Get on the line now with your thoughts at 549-2937. Then later, it's technology to help the blind in Jacksonville interact with the world. We'll tell you about it. Plus, a special treat later on in the hour. Don't miss the live in-studio performance of Imagine John Lennon. All of that ahead. Welcome back. Well, there are an estimated 20 million blind and low vision people in the United States. And if you're one of them, chances are you've heard about Aira, the visual interpreter for the blind. Aira is a technology helping blind and low vision people interact with the world. It removes barriers and expands their possibilities to live with greater confidence and independence. Jacksonville resident Patrick Lane is a full-time agent for Aira, and his dad, Peter, is host of the popular Blind Abilities podcast. Here in studio, we welcome Patrick and Peter Lane. Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to see you both.
Good to see you as well.
And let's start with you, Patrick. You are an agent for Aira. Your dad, I'm assuming, takes advantage of Aira. We'll talk to Peter in a moment. What is Aira? How does it work?
Aira is an informational tool. So Aira is a pair of smart glasses. We have very high-tech sensors in them, a high-definition camera. And with that device, paired with our AT&T hotspot, AT&T is our big partner, and your app on your phone, you can press a button and you connect to a live agent that is anywhere around the country. And you can ask them for assistance with anything you might need. So traveling, public transportation, finding ingredients for a recipe, helping navigate
you literally
areas.
Become the eyes for the
absolutely.
person using
so
it.
We get a first-person point of view through their glasses, and we're able to assist with, you name it, and we've attempted it, and we probably successfully accomplished it as well. We've done some very amazing tasks, some big things, and down to the very simple everyday tasks, and it's been a life-changing experience for a lot of our users.
And I'm assuming for you, Peter, you're the co-host of Blind Abilities.
Yes.
More about that in a moment. First, though, how does Aira help you?
Aira is a set of eyes. As Patrick said, there's no task too large or no task too small. And for any task that you can imagine that a blind person might find easier or quicker with eyes, then the Aira service will provide that. Actually, I've used it for a myriad of different types of tasks, ranging from reading my mail or business cards that I've gotten at conventions to performing household tasks, setting my thermostat at home, or navigating Disney World or a large convention that I attended a couple of weeks ago.
How does it work? Do you put on Google Glass and then they see what's right in front of you? Is that how it works?
We have a pair of smart glasses, not necessarily Google Glass, but there is a high-tech video camera, and you put those on and you pair them with your telephone app, your iPhone, iOS, or Android app, and then you push a button on the phone and you connect within 10, 15 seconds to a live agent.
Less than 10 seconds.
Wow. And I'm assuming you got involved in this because of your dad.
Yes, I was lucky enough to hear the podcast that he did. His initial interview with our CEO, Suman, he had sent me the link to that. I said, check this out. And I listened to it and immediately knew that I had to be involved with that. I sent my resume in and I was, hired within a day or two of speaking with them and haven't looked back since. I was one of their original 5 or 6 agents. At this point, I'm actually an agent analyst. So I'm involved with a lot of the hiring and training of the new agents because they all do go through an extensive amount of training and screening processes. So they're all very highly trained. And then we also do a lot of the reviewing and upkeep with the agents, if you will, make sure they continue their training. They provide a very high level of excellence that we expect out of our agents.
And it's worldwide now, isn't it?
Yeah, we are all over the world at this point. We're providing data domestically through AT&T, but we don't ever want to stop. We want to help everybody throughout the world that's blind. So we have people in other countries absolutely using.
It's amazing what technology can do. And as I said, 20 million blind or low vision people in the U.S. Peter, your podcast, Blind Abilities, is a lifeline to many of them. Tell me about the podcast.
The podcast is, we provide podcasts on a variety of topics, including technology. And technology, as you said, Melissa, is absolutely key to the success and independence of blind people all over the world today. So we do feature demos and podcasts about new technology, iPhone technology. We have an individual series entitled iPhone 101 because there are so many seniors, transition age students moving from high school to college, or even younger kids who are losing their vision and going through fear and anxiety. That's a very traumatic process. So what we try to do is...
Is that what happened to you?
Actually, yes. I had low vision from age 8 when I started losing my vision in grade school.
And what caused that?
They diagnosed it as macular degeneration, but since then it's become a lot more, and I'm probably 99% totally blind now.
And so with Aira, when that technology became available, what sort of difference did it make in your life?
It made things easier for me. Now, I'm in a fortunate situation in that I'm married and I have a sighted wife and she provides all kinds of assistance and visual aid to me. But nonetheless, I was able to read mail. I didn't have to bother her for putting something in the microwave or setting the oven or walking around the block when we do our morning walks. If she's otherwise occupied, I can put on my glasses and go.
And Patrick, growing up with your dad, gave you, it sounds like, heightened sensitivity to the needs of people using this technology. So you're probably really good at it, I'm guessing, right?
He is excellent.
I've been told. Yeah, I've had a lot of practice, and if you want to call it practice, but just knowing what people need to know about, what's relevant information to them. And with that type of information, I'm able to relay that kind of training onto the rest of the agents as well.
And of course, I can't continue this discussion without mentioning that we have sensitivity to this here at WJCT, where we provide a free service to blind and visually impaired people. It's called our radio reading service. The serene and majestic Michelle Coram, who is sitting across the studio from me right now, runs this service. And every day we have volunteers come into a special radio studio and read out loud the Florida Times-Union and a lot of other publications. Blind and low vision people have a special HD radio that they have at home to hear this special channel so that they can read essentially through the agency of the radio reading service. So just wanted to let everyone listening know that that service is a free service available. Just give us a call here at the station and we'll hook you up if you need it. Now, also happening this month in Jacksonville, the Blinded Veterans Association is having their convention. And on the phone right now with a little more about that, we welcome Executive Director Al Avina. Al, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And as we talk about this technology, Aira, and how it helps millions of blind and low vision people, some of them are veterans. Tell us a little bit about your group and what's going to be happening this month here in the city.
Well, absolutely. Well, we're about ready to celebrate more than 70 years since we started in 1945. A group of World War II blinded veterans that came together, about 100 of them, to advocate on their own behalf. And since then, we've been able to get the VA, the Department of Veterans Affairs, to create blind rehab services, which was then, in 1945, the innovator in expanding blind rehab services into the mainstream. And sharing those best practices with community-based programs that then took those best practices and then, of course, moved that forward. But with the advocacy and the direct service programs that we now provide more than 70 years later, some of the things that we concentrate on now is recognizing all the technology that's available out there and inviting a lot of the adaptive technology exhibitors to come and exhibit at our convention. besides doing the regular business meetings that we have there, which determine the direction of the organization for that year, we have this giant expo, and we're expecting over 63 exhibitors this year that are very connected to veteran issues. Some of them are technology, some of them are services that the Department of Veterans Affairs provides to blind veterans, and some are other programs that are available to veterans that are out there. So it's a good opportunity to educate our membership, and we also open it up on Wednesday. So this Wednesday, the 16th, or next couple of Wednesdays from now, on the 16th, we open up the exhibition hall to the general public. So if the general public wants to come in and check out some of the latest technology that's available to individuals that are blind, they can also come in and see some of the latest things that we have available, not only to blind veterans, but also to some of the ones that are available to the blind community as a whole.
And this will be held where?
This is going to be held at the downtown Hyatt in Jacksonville.
Excellent. And that begins on the 16th.
The 15th through the, yes, we start the 15th, and it runs through Friday the 18th.
Excellent. That's
Ira will be there as well, so come
I'm
check
sure
it out.
As will Blind Abilities.
So yes, definitely mark your calendar for that, and fascinating discussion. Thanks so much, Patrick and Peter Lane, Al Avina with Blinded Veterans Association. Gentlemen, thanks for sharing all this. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
When we share
what we see through
each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between the limited expectations and the realities of blind abilities.
The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, blindabilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.